Hello, welcome to another training video with New Fathom. Today we're going to talk about Microsoft Teams, and this is our part one of our multi-part series, and this one we're just going to do a general overview of Microsoft Teams. And anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find it helpful as you get to know Teams. I think it's a really powerful app that you're going to find is very helpful. So here you go. We're just opening it up. This is what you're going to see after you've signed into Microsoft Teams. So we're going to do just a general overview. In other sessions, we'll dive deep into each one of these: the chat, the Teams, the calls, files, and these other things. But just want to give you a quick tutorial. So first of all, over here you have your activity. So like it says here, you will see mentions, replies, and other notifications here. So as you use Teams, as someone chats to you, chat, hey, if they reply back, you will actually see a notification from them, and I'm replying back to myself. So that will actually show up in your activity if you haven't already seen it. So my activity, there you go. So, or if that person is mentioned in a chat session, you would also see it there. So this is a good. This is basically like your inbox. If you see some things in here, this is basically everything that you missed, and so it's a good idea to check there if you're not sure what you should be looking for. Um, And so you can see right here, this is what it looks like in the activities when you have a notification. And also this right here, it shows up that you have a mention. And so if we click on the activity, it's going to show us right here. So this doesn't show you chats because your chats would pop up right there. But you can see that Harrison Womack mentioned the test user. And so that's how that happened. And then if you had a chat, it will show up right here. So you can see that, oh, I have a missed chat. And sure enough, it's myself again saying hi. So that's kind of how your activity works. And you can also see sent messages here. Interesting. Okay. So right there, and you also have a filter. You can search for things, Harrison, and it's just going to find that there for you. Another thing is your chat window. So that's your activity window. Here's your chat window. We already showed you what it looks like when you have a new chat. There's a little red window. And you can chat to everyone that you can see through this. And so you can also start a new chat. If you don't see someone that you know is in your organization, you can draft something up to them right there. We're going to do a deeper dive into chat later. Also, teams. So if you're part of a team with your company, those teams will show up here. And a team is set up where there's a specific group that is in this team. And you can see, so like, let's see, right here. We're going to get into this a little bit more, but this is every team has a general channel, and this is just for whatever this team is about. So this team could be like project engineers, or it could be something else. And your channels can be more specific. So it could be a specific project, or if it's a sales and marketing team, it could be a specific marketing function or something like that. And we will do a deep dive on that. And then there's also calls. So all of these people that are in your organization, you can call directly from the app, and it will pull up and call them. And we're going to we'll dive deeper into that as well. Then if you go into the files, this is basically a place where you can browse all the files that you're using that are linked up to this. So if you have OneDrive files or your Microsoft Teams files and your downloads from Teams, all of that is right in here. This little dot is additional applications, and we'll get into that, all the apps that you can add. But these are the ones that are being used, and so that's where you can find those. And then here is a list. This is all of the apps that you can integrate, and it's a whole lot. It's just a ton. And I'll show you how you can integrate some of those later. And also down here is the help And I would really suggest that you do this. You can go onto training and you can see like there are some great videos on here that are probably better than the videos that we're making. And so I would suggest that you guys use this training, as it's just phenomenal. So that is that. You can also see what's new with recent releases. If you're really nerding out, I don't expect users to use this, but probably the IT guys will be interested in that. You can also give them feedback and suggest features there. So the other thing, so now we went down this. Now we're going to go down here. So these are your back and forward buttons, and that's going to take you through where you've been. So if you forget, oh, where was I? Well, the nice thing is there's a back button. And so you can go all the way back, and then if you want to go forward, you can also do that, which is pretty helpful. Another thing right here, on every screen that you go to, there's this chat, new chat window. So you can always click that, and it's going to pull up a new chat. So if you're anywhere in the app and you need to chat someone, just put it right there. The search feature is really cool. You also have these hints up here. Type the backslash or @ symbol for a list of commands. So let's do that. And then you can see all your unread activity just by doing that. So all kinds of cool stuff right here. Set your status to do not disturb. Boom. Now we're set to do not disturb. Lots of cool stuff that you can do up there. Moving forward, right here is your face. If you have a picture, it'll be your face. If you haven't uploaded a picture, it will just be your initials. So this is test user, and so that is why that's there. Right here, you can set up your status. And your status here, so available, you're going to get all your notifications, and people will see this. So you can see Harrison is set to available. And so you can see that he has the green check mark there. But if he was to change his status, you would be able to see it from right there, which is pretty neat. So let's see. He's going to set his status to do not disturb. And then let's see what it looks like there. So, and it's looking, and now his status is do not disturb. So he won't, because he's in do not disturb mode, he's not going to see notifications. So only urgent notifications, and you can change those settings for what you get. So that's a nice thing to do, like for me, while I'm making a video. You should set your status to do not disturb. And you can always set these other things. You can also set a status message. So if you're out and you want people to know, like, hey, I'm out, but I'll be back at noon, you could just say that. And then you can show this to people when they message you, and you want it to be for 4 hours. So now when someone messages you, they're gonna see this until about 12:11. If you have any chats or messages that are saved, they'll show up right there. And how you save a message right here. So you can go to a message or a Teams chat, and on that message you can click the dot and click save. And after you do that, you can go to your saved messages, and they're going to be right here, which is super handy. It's kind of like a way that you can do a test or a task list. So you can do a task list by saving messages right here, and it's just going to show you where they are in the channel. So pretty helpful there. Settings, this is really cool. There's a lot going on here. You have a default, this is the default view, and I probably should have started with that so it looked like everyone else's. And then, so back to settings, your view, then you can use the dark mode, which is my favorite. It's just a little softer on the eyes. You can also use high contrast, which is like, whoa, it's great. Other things to look for, you can auto start the application. If you and your company use this application, have it auto start, so it's just there and you're ready to talk. If you don't use this application, then, well, why are you watching this video? Who knows? And then you can also have it open in the background so it doesn't pop up the window. That's actually one of my favorites. And then if you close it and you want it to keep running, that's what that deal does. So it actually stayed open even though it showed that it was closed. And let's go. I'm going to go back to the normal view. You can change your language. privacy. So you can also set your people that you want to be able to chat you when you're on D&D, and that's a good idea if you have, really important people, I guess, that you want to be able to interrupt your meetings. I don't have anybody on that. I just block them all. Read receipts. So this is really nice. I would just keep this on. Let people know you've seen their messages and know when they've seen yours. So that's super helpful. Notifications. This is helpful if you're wanting to personalize. So I don't like to get emails for my notifications. I like to just get banner notifications. Or if you're like following a lot of channels, you may not even want to get certain notifications. You can also, we'll go into mentions and kind of how this is affected, but know that you can really customize your settings there, and that's cool. So this is where you would set up your audio devices and your speaker, your microphone, and how things get recorded. And you can also set up a secondary, and this computer doesn't have a camera. Otherwise, I could set up which camera I have. These are the app's permissions. You can see what permissions it has and some settings for your voicemail. Most of these you can just leave on default. The ones I would really look out for are the general and then also the notifications. Those are probably the two best. And then maybe privacy if you want to have so that someone can always reach you. That would be good too. And that's about it. So we've gone down here, and then we've gone over here, and we've seen what all of those do. And obviously, these are default to all windows. So there is the basic Teams overview. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will get some more resources from it.